Mr Speaker, my own expressions of sympathy and condolence to the friends and family of Private Jeff Doherty, Lance Corporal James Bateman, and of course to the 4 soldiers who tragically lost their lives in Helmand yesterday. Mr Speaker, this government has handed over a £9 billion windfall profit to the energy companies through the emissions trading scheme. How can the Prime Minister reconcile this huge subsidy with the fact that 5.5 million British families and 750,000 more British pensioners are set to plunge into fuel poverty? How can it be fair to subsidise large energy companies when ordinary families can't pay their fuel bills?
Mr Speaker, I don't accept the figures that he's bringing to this House. And first of all, we have increased the winter fuel payments. The winter fuel payment is now £250 for all families where someone is over 60, and it is now £300. Indeed, it is rising by £100 this year for people over 80. And we are determined to help those people who are elderly pay their fuel bills. We have also negotiated an agreement with the utilities where first £100 million and then £150 million a year will be provided to help low-income families. And we are determined to do everything we can to reduce fuel poverty in this country. So I do not accept that we have not acted. This is a very difficult situation when oil prices have trebled, and we are determined to do everything we can to help the vulnerable families of this country.
Those measures are tinkering at the edges. People are struggling to get by now. I'm not sure if he understands the pressures that families are under. They're facing a massive 40% hike in the price of gas, and the poorest customers are still paying the highest prices. Now, if the Spanish government was able to claw back over more than €1 billion of its subsidy, why can't he do the same? So will he now compel British energy companies to use more of their £9 billion windfall to install smart meters, insulate more homes, and force them to offer their best prices to their poorest customers?
Mr Speaker, he forgets that we are taking action to insulate people's homes. We have the biggest insulation programme in history to help those people who need draft-proofing and insulation to get insulation for their homes. He must acknowledge when things have been done. And as for his talk about the Spanish government, we have actually done more than the Spanish government. We have negotiated an agreement that's worth £150 million a year for many years ahead, and at the same time we've increased winter allowances for pensioners. And he must remember that both the Conservatives and he opposed the winter allowances when they were introduced.
Mr McShane.